What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel, as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and I did release a new song recently called Run, so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. Okay, guys, we have a land update from Cryptomancer. This actually came out a couple of days ago, and to be honest, it wasn't much because Cryptomancer has been on vacation, but for those who are not part of the Land Barons channel or don't have access to it, you guys had asked me to post this in the past, so that's why I'm posting it. So here we go. Cryptomancer basically says, here is this week's land update, the first of 2025. He just got back from vacation. I think he was off for like a month or so. So a couple days were spent getting caught up and updating my development code base to fold in all the game changes from the past month. Then he returned to working on the trade hub swap functionality for 1.75. So the following has been done in his first week. So he fixed inaccurate swap conversion rate display. Number two is he improved a front-end validity checks to ensure invalid swap operations can't be attempted. Number three was finished extending front-end UI calculations and allow resource-to-resource swaps. And then four, started refactoring back-end swap processing to support resource-to-resource swaps. So a lot of technical stuff in there. And then if you take a look at the bottom here, it'll show this is where he's at for the three main features for the trade hub that were planned. So the first two are done, right? The trade hub support for multiple LPs, and then add a way to track fees earned. So he's in progress with this the allow direct resource-to-resource swaps. So keep in mind, we were given a rough timeline of when land is going to come out. We were told March of 2025. So, you know, the fact that there's like, we'll say 5 weeks until March, right? 1 week in January, and then another 4 weeks in February. And again, it might not even be early March. It could be like mid to late March. So you never know. This probably could be some more time. Keep in mind that there were three main things that needed to be done within land, right? The first of which I forgot. The second of which was first of which was the new resources. Second of which was the trade hub update. And then the third is going to be whatever we spend our resources on, right? So updating the costs for research and mining SPS, for example, and then if there's any other things that the team wants to do, right? And what I mean by that is, in order to mine SPS or to get research, it won't just cost grain anymore. There will probably be some other costs that include land, iron, and stone, the three other natural resources. So that is the third part of this, right? So this is when you're looking at this is the third part of the second. This is getting confusing now. This is the third activity of the second part that he's finishing up. And my guess is that I don't know how long this will take, but you know, between now and the end of February, we'll call it, he's going to wrap this up and then move over to the part of updating the third part, which will be updating the costs associated. Now, we don't know what those costs will be yet. We do know that at least during the last town hall, Matt somewhat confirmed that we're not going to see any changes to grain consumption or production. They looked at the numbers, and at least as of now, that does not seem to be something worth changing. But there will be additions to certain things, right? So, for example, if you're mining SPS, you're still going to need to feed your workers. But on top of that, there will probably also be costs for for land, ore, and stone, right? Same thing with research. Now, how will that end up working out? I'm not quite sure, but there will be an element. I mean, so if you look at it now, it's almost like land costs will be increasing, right? Because there's no other way to really get around it. Now, what's interesting about this is how the market will reach a new kind of like state of equilibrium and you know, find like a good place to be, or find a good balance. Because the thing is, sure, some things might cost more, and some things will cost less. And again, that's such a vague statement. But for example, there's a lot of grain out in the ecosystem right now, and I think it will take a while for that to normalize once there's like a 75% reduction. But let's say, for example, you need to feed your workers and you need to pay wood, stone, and ore. Or let's say you make wood, right? Because all of your plots switched over to wood now. What will be interesting to see is, okay, wood, since it's relatively scarce and will have immediate utility, should have a higher value, for example, than grain, at least initially. And at that point, it's like, okay, you can go and trade your wood for the grain needed to feed your workers. And then you should be able to trade your wood also for stone and ore in order to be able to complete whatever transactions you need to mine your SPS or complete your research. again, all this stuff is going to be very dynamic. We will see the markets market, and I'm actually quite excited for that, right? I think it's going to be a period of uncertainty that's going to be fun to watch because you'll see a very dynamic marketplace, which will reprice itself accordingly. And I think that'll be a fun part about land. There will be a lot of trade activity, which in turn should burn a lot of excess resources as well as DEC in the long run. So ultimately, I'm looking forward to this. Again, like I'm really hoping that land 1.75. I know it's not the full vision. It's not anywhere close to the full vision, but at least it offers more activity in the ecosystem, which should, essentially start burning more DEC on a regular basis. And we'll have to wait and see. I hope that there's a way that the team can track that so that we can see like, okay, how much is it burning? And I know we could probably just look at like volume and, take a percentage of that, because like 5% gets burned and 5% goes to liquidity providers, right? There's a 10% fee, of which it's broken down 5 and 5. But it'll be interesting to see if they can track how much DEC is actually getting burned over time so that we can see just the type of impact that land is having from all these transactions taking place. So very excited for it. Feels like we're obviously like a month and a half or so away from it launching, and that is the current update. So I will keep you updated with these land baron posts if you guys want me to continue that. But that is all I have for you guys in this video. I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.